and I'm here to talk to you about AWS for IoT, where you'll learn how the breadth of our services and solutions can help you in every step of your journey. In this session, you'll learn how AWS IoT benefits across various layers of the edge, from microcontrollers to the cloud, and how Tyman International, Yara International, and John Deere used AWS IoT to build connected products. Over the last few years, we have been hard at work extending the AWS platform to you with multiple new services and infrastructure options, with offerings like AWS local zones and AWS wavelength zones that extend AWS to major metropolitan and industrial centers over the internet and the 5G network, outposts that extend AWS to virtually any customer on-premises facility, and AWS Snow family that extends AWS to the disconnected and the rugged edge. And finally, IoT that help build an unbroken chain from the AWS region all the way to the connected device, really bringing cloud and far edge together. IoT has the potential to transform every industry. We have seen a growth in the number of devices, with 14 billion connected IoT devices at the end of 2022. We have seen a growth in spend, with IDC predicting that more than $1 trillion will be spent in 2024. And enterprises are doubling down, with Forrester citing more than 70% use or plan to use IoT solutions in the next 12 months. Why so much growth? IoT closes the loop between the physical and the digital worlds. You can collect device information, analyze that data, act on that data, and take those learnings and improve upon your actions, processes, operations, and experience. At every step of your journey, you can achieve business outcomes. Customers are working with AWS to improve the performance and productivity of industrial process, to enhance safety, to grow better crops, to build smarter products, and much, much more. AWS lets customers choose a solution based on their technical capabilities, customization requirements, and speed to market. Some build IoT solutions themselves with our basic building block services. Others use our purpose-built services, which are designed to expedite the time to market for specific industry use cases, such as robotic orchestration or industrial monitoring. Customers also leverage solutions from AWS and its partners via the consultation services through ProServe and AWS Partner Network. But any approach you take will help you achieve your primary objective, to delight your customers, to improve customer experiences and build customer trust with end-to-end security. Using AWS IoT to build your connected products, you can deliver new sources of revenue, save operational costs, and reduce time to market to stay competitive. But customers face several challenges in this process. Building IoT devices can take years of effort and can involve multiple skill sets within the same team. Identifying how to use that data to create new revenue sources and reduce operational costs. And then when these devices are deployed in millions in the field, managing them effectively at scale without compromising on end-to-end security. AWS IoT offers services and solutions to help securely connect and manage billions of IoT edge devices. It helps you collect, store, and analyze IoT data for industrial, consumer, commercial, and automotive workloads, allowing you to offload this undifferentiated work. Apart from connecting and managing devices at scale, some customers building microcontroller-based IoT devices find it really challenging and expensive to maintain their operating system for the long term, for the entire product's lifecycle. FreeRTOS, an open-source real-time operating system for microcontrollers, offers long-term support, or LTS, to give embedded developers the predictability and feature stability, with assurance from AWS of security updates and critical bug fixes from 2 years from release. FreeRTOS Extended Maintenance Plan, or EMP, extends LTS for up to 10 years beyond the expiry of the initial LTS period. Effectively, it simplifies your IoT journey, reduces your business risks, and gives you the peace of mind with long-term support. Earlier, I had the opportunity to speak with Tyman International on their use of AWS IoT to build a wide range of home security products. Now let's hear directly from Jeyasingam. Now let's hear from Jeyasingam, CTO of Tyman UK and Ireland, how they use AWS IoT for their edge products. Jay, welcome to the Hybrid Cloud Day.
Thanks, Tanmoy. Thanks for the introduction. Let me start by saying a little bit about Tyman. Tyman is a London Stock Exchange listed company. We operate in North America, Europe, and Asia. So what do? We manufacture engineering components for doors and windows industry. We also got a bunch of IoT products That's very much focused around residential doors and some access solutions in commercial buildings.
I mean, why has Tyman invested in building connected products? What are your customers telling you that led to your connected strategy?
So Tyman's been in the business for many years. Actually, they always manufactured mechanical products. They're one of the biggest distributor in Europe and North America for mechanical hardware, things like your door lock, hinges, and stuff like that. Recently, they start moving into what we call smartware, basically IoT connected devices. What we do with them, we have cameras, IP cameras, we have alarm systems. The new generation products that we are bringing, they are more focused around access solutions for front doors, smart buildings. This is our focus right now. Our journey with AWS started very long time ago, actually. I'm originally from a company called YCAM Solutions. We started back in 2009 as a tech startup here in UK, and we were the first to build cloud native IP cameras. So our relationship with AWS goes all the way up to 2010. And then 2016, we added alarm system to our portfolio, and we sold the company to Tyman in 2019. And that's our journey actually so far. And under Tyman, we are building more and more connected solutions under access front door and access doors actually.
Nice. And how did Tyman get started with AWS IoT services, and what was the ultimate goal?
So when we started back in 2010, it was very much server based. There was no IoT core at that time, or no serverless services. So it's EC2 instances, S3 RDS. So that's kind of our first generation platform. We always worked on the edge level because we were doing cameras, and cameras needs motion detection, and motion detection has to run on the edge level actually. So edge is a key focus for us from day one, and then on the server end we have servers, and then that got transitioned into AWS IoT Core. We've been using AWS IoT Core for the last 5 years, I would say. IoT Core is our new tunnel right now. So in the past, we used to build our own reverse proxy custom tunnels. But right now, IoT Core is our main tunnel. And we also use device management for firmware upgrades and stuff like that. On the edge level, we use FreeRTOS. That's our kind of AWS tech, if you want to look at it that way.
Yes, I understand. So your journey started with on-prem and moved towards the cloud, and then in 2016 you moved to AWS IoT services. Understand. So why is local or edge data processing important for your products and customers? I mean, what type of devices are used in your products?
So like I said, early days it was the cameras. Right now we build a lot of smart locks. So smart locks are very different to your average IoT product, like a plug or an alarm system or a thermostat, because smart locks, they don't actually talk to the server all the time. So that's where it become a little bit tricky. So FreeRTOS run on the smart lock. It doesn't connect to the server. It only connects to the server for firmware upgrades, or if someone start using a mobile phone. Our smart locks are biometric, so that's something that we are investing heavily. So it's offline devices, and then for firmware upgrade and any maintenance purpose, we connect them to server.
What are some of the challenges and problems you're facing in building your products?
So these are long-term products. So that's one big difference from our products to other products out there. So for example, you might buy a camera and use it for a few months or a few years even, and throw it away. But when you put a smart lock on your front door, that's there for years. And same thing with our smart building products actually. Once you put a lock in a smart building, it's going to be there for 20, 30 years. So the question comes down to, how do you patch them? How do you manage them? How do you upgrade the firmware? That's one big challenge. The other challenge that we face is legislations. We are based out of Europe. As you guys know, we got GDPR, and there are a bunch of other IoT-related legislations coming up these days. How do you handle them? Where do you store the data? That's another part. So most of the data is stored on the edge level because it's privacy design. So that's something that's very new, and everyone is facing right now if they are building a IoT product that lasts for years.
Yes, long-term maintenance is definitely a big
That's
issue.
Right. Yeah. So I think on the FreeRTOS, FreeRTOS LTS is an important part of this, and then extended maintenance support is super important for us. For example, if we can make sure for 10 years we don't have to worry about upgrading the products, that's what we want actually. Our whole platform is in Amazon, so why not ask Amazon to maintain it for us, right? So this is perfect for our type of products.
Absolutely. And what benefits have you seen or expect to see using AWS IoT services and FreeRTOS? So
the key thing for us is, how do we make sure we're not running a huge team, for 10 years? We put this product and then, we have to manage it. So I think by going for a managed service approach with everything around IoT core, device management, ML detect, FreeRTOS LTS, I think we obviously can innovate fast, and also our running cost will be much, much lower. It's actually many years ago, I think almost 10 years ago, we did an article with AWS, its running cost, and it's interesting to see after even 10 years that we have the same thing that we are solving with AWS. So that's one key thing. So the second one is obviously cybersecurity. We prefer Amazon looking after the security than us trying to do that.
Absolutely. And how do you envision Tyman will continue to use AWS IoT services and smart devices moving forward to serve your customers?
So we will end up launching multiple access solutions for residential and commercial buildings. And there are a couple of technologies that we are very interested in. One is Matter, obviously, that everyone is interested in, but we want to see FreeRTOS support for Matter in some ways, and that's something that we like to see soon. Another technology that we're interested in is Sidewalk from Amazon. Again, these are two key technologies that we think we're going to start using from Amazon moving forward.
It was great to speak to you, Jay. Thank you so much for being a part of the Hybrid Cloud Day. Hope to speak to you soon.
Same here, Tanmoy. Great to be part of this, actually. Thank you very much.
Now I'll hand it over to Julie Zhao to learn more about how AWS has played a role in supporting a global leader in crop nutrition and farming solutions, with its mission to responsibly feed the world and protect the planet.
Hi, welcome to Hybrid Cloud Day hosted by AWS. I'm Julie Zhao, Senior Product Manager from AWS Industrial IoT team. Today, we're going to share an inspiring story of how AWS and Yara International collaborated in building an efficient and sustainable digital production platform for the farming industry. I'm here with Kyrre Tømmerberg, Director Technology, Digital Production from Yara, a global leader in crop nutrition and a farming solution. Kyrre, thanks for joining us. Yara was established over 100 years ago. Can you tell us about its founding mission and its vision for the future?
Yes, we were founded in Norway in 1905 to solve the emerging famine in Europe. And since then, we have grown to become a leading crop nutrition company with operations in more than 60 countries. Our mission is to responsibly feed the world and protect the planet, and this is reflected in our strategy through initiatives promoting climate-friendly crop nutrition, clean ammonia, and zero-emission energy solutions.
Yara's vision is truly ambitious and admirable. A lot of organizations are striving to reduce waste and using technologies to achieve it. Can you share how technology has played a role for Yara's success?
Well, technology has, of course, always been important in Yara, but digitalization is becoming more and more important. We have already taken the lead in developing digital tools for precision farming, and now we are aiming at doing the same for our production. We believe that there's a huge potential using latest technology in sensors, connectivity, cloud computing, and machine learning, and that this can help us to significantly increase uptime for our plants, improve safety, performance, and reduce waste in our value chain.
Agree, latest technology can help. Your team built a digital production platform. Can you share more how your team developed it and what capability have they unlocked?
Well, as mentioned, we are a global company, and we have more than 120 production units at 26 different sites across the world. And over the past 16 months, we have built our digital production platform and connected most of our production units. And with this in place, we believe that we have built the foundation we need going forward. So data that used to be locked into local systems at our plants can now easily be accessed through standardized and secure APIs. And we like to say that the digital production platform is unlocking data from production. And for us, this is really the key to digitalization.
Unlocking data from production sounds exciting. I'm sure you're running into challenges. Can you talk more about your challenges and how did you solve for them?
Well, there have, of course, been a lot of challenges. But on the tech side, if we go back to the beginning when we started this project, then we were faced with challenges such as safety, cybersecurity, latency, and unreliable internet links. So the digital production platform is built as a hybrid cloud solution to address these kind of challenges. And with the architecture we have put in place now, then we can easily deploy applications running on top of the platform in the cloud, or we can deploy them running locally in our edge environments. Another challenge we faced is that it does, of course, take a lot of effort to build and maintain a platform like this. So to reduce own effort, we have a cloud-first strategy, and we have to a large extent established a serverless architecture. And this is then, of course, based on managed services for IoT, compute, analytics, and machine learning. And one of the key components in our solution is AWS IoT Sitewise, which basically gives us a lot of the capabilities and features we need straight out of the box.
Great to hear how AWS IoT Sitewise has played a critical role in your digital production platform. So since adopting the solution, what have been the biggest benefit you are able to deliver to Yara end users?
Well, the digital production platform allows us to build and scale applications much faster than what we could before. And this is, of course, a huge benefit for Yara. But when it comes to the end users, if we try to forget a little bit about the applications we build and the value we deliver through those, then I would say that access to data and great self-service tools are the main benefits. We have, for example, a plant manager. He immediately built 8 dashboards when he got access to Sitewise Monitor. And with these dashboards, he got the overview he always wanted for all his production units. And now he starts every day looking at these to understand how his plants are doing. And I think this is a really good example because it shows that you have already created a lot of value when you have been able to capture the data. And of course, when you have tools that allows you to visualize the data you have captured.
That's a great story that how a plant manager can use Sitewise Monitor to quickly visualize the dashboard. So what do you think is next for Yara's digital production platform?
Well, thanks to the partnership we have had with AWS, we have been able to accelerate the initial build phase. And we have grown a very competent team in-house in Yara. But I think what is important to keep in mind is that the digital production platform will never be done. So we do, of course, want to continue to scale and evolve what we have already built. And then the natural next step is for us to open up for more partners that can help us to deliver on new use cases. And this includes technologies such as drones and robotics, just to mention a few of the cool things we are looking at.
Awesome insights on what's coming next, and then a great point on, it's never done. And our managed services, great match for your upcoming new use cases that you're planning. We're excited to continue working with you to support your vision and upcoming projects. So lastly, Kyrre, what advice would you give to a company that's considering digital transformation?
Well, I would say make sure you have a clear vision and direction before you start. But then you should just get started and allow yourself to iterate and learn as you go. And to get a good start, you should really consider onboarding a strong tech partner. We started out with 15 AWS ProServe consultants in our team, and then we ramped down to 0 within the first year of our partnership. And this gave us a perfect start. It allowed us to build the platform and upskill our own people in parallel. I think there's also a few things to think about when you are selecting your cloud provider. And then cost and what services they can offer today is, of course, very important. But more important is what they can offer 3 to 5 years down the line. We selected AWS not only because they have the services we need today, but because we know that they are committed and that they really want to work with industrial customers like us.
Kyrre, thank you for joining me and sharing Yara's journey to digital transformation. The transformation of Yara's production system is another example of how AWS supports customers' unique innovation. Now we will show another unique customer journey through digital transformation. Let's send it over to Kiel and Tracy at John Deere's Digital Capability Lab in Moline, Illinois, to discuss how AWS has worked with Deere to enable remote factory support using AWS IoT TwinMaker and other AWS solutions.
Thanks for having me.
My name is Kyle Ronick. I'm Industry 4.0 lead here at John Deere. And in that role, I look out to the future and understand what technologies our factories need to adopt and embrace in order to really take advantage of digital transformation.
I'm Tracy Schrauben. I lead a global manufacturing technology team here at John Deere. We're really focused on leap improvements 1 to 5 years out. It's going to differentiate our manufacturing. John Deere is really focused on feeding and sheltering the world. And as a technology company, we're really focused on leveraging all that is available to help drive that for our customers.
Digital twins allow us to be inclusive with our 75,000 employees globally. We're able to provide new context and actually bring in expertise from around the world to solve the problems in it.
As we think about our employee experience, especially as we've survived COVID, we've had to be a lot more creative to keep our employees safe and to be able to support them during essential times when we're manufacturing, even when many other places are shut down. So really trying to use all the tools and technology available to us to enable their best productivity.
For many years, we've been on a journey to provide new capabilities to our customers. Those are those individuals farming all around the world. And this started with GPS capabilities where they could understand where they planted seeds, how they nourished those seeds, and then the yields they produce at harvest. And those are the unlocks that have allowed us to be leaders in precision agriculture and really unlock capabilities to increase food production.
We've been on this journey a number of years, but it really started with location tracking of the tractors in the field using GPS. And then as we got more sensors and more controllers, we were starting to aggregate lots and lots of data. We were able to send that to the cloud and allow our customers to build on that and gain better insights and run a better business.
We've looked at digital twins as an engagement and an inclusion enabler. We've got employees located all around the world, and with digital twins, these employees have accessibility to engage in business areas and have conversations with those that they would historically have to travel to. And on the other side with inclusion is it's allowing us to bring experts into situations that are distant from them and actually bring their capabilities and talents into those conversations. And so those have been really big drivers for us with digital twins.
One of those drivers is the amount of data that we're starting to aggregate. As we explore 5G and we have more and more connected devices in our factories, there's so much data that we need to leverage. And part of that is the need for a contextualized view of that. So having the twin is the only way to interpret that data and use that in a different way. Additionally, we're able to use that to drive a better employee experience. We want to automate those repetitive tasks and make their job more enjoyable.
Build this remote support solution, we used 3 AWS IoT solutions: Greengrass, Sitewise, and TwinMaker. And we're able to install Greengrass at the various factories globally, collect all of the information's data streams from those factories, and pass that information on to the cloud through Sitewise when needed. And then people consume the data through TwinMaker to be able to connect to the individuals and the people at the factories that they're looking to support. Our first use case with digital twins is a project we call Connected Support. So historically, we've got employees in the factory that when an issue arrives, get radio called to come over and address the situation or the issue at hand. And what we're unlocking right now is the ability to do that wherever you're located. So when an issue arrives from an operator in the factory, they can request assistance, and we can have experts, whether they're located just on the other side of the factory or somewhere different, remote in. And they get access to a camera so they can see what the operator sees and can control it. They get access to a face-to-face video chat with the operator so that they can have a dialogue back and forth around what the situation is. And they have access to the terminal that the operator is working from, so that they actually see from the system from the lens of that operator. And through these kind of unlocks, we're able to really change the way that we're supporting the factories today. As we look at what we've done with remote support, we're really converting a very analog or manual process into data streams. And this concept is allowing us to change the way that we perform those tasks historically. And we're really interested in applying the same concept to many of the other analog activities that we do in our factories.
As we look at scaling this, we're pretty excited about where we've gotten to since this point, but we know this is just the beginning, and we are excited to add a lot of other data attributes onto this as we cover all of our manufacturing settings and uniqueness, especially location and machine data, to take this to the next level. One of the most interesting things is how we're better able to support the shop floor. So this means a quicker response time by enabling someone located maybe within the factory or further away or on the other side of the globe. Because the person answering that call can be equipped with the data and the context, the visualization of that exact workstation, as well as all the MES data. So it allows really the right expert to be able to help that operator as quick as possible.
There's a number of reasons why we're moving forward with AWS. The first one is they operate everywhere that we have manufacturing facilities. A strong second is we have a lot of familiarity with AWS through Precision Ag, as most of those services are part of the AWS ecosystem, and we're trying to bring those capabilities from the factory, from the field into the factory. Lastly, we have accessibility to a number of the development teams for the products at AWS. That we can do quick iterations on the features to make sure that they really align with the objectives we're trying to solve.
So I agree exactly what Kyle said. With the precision agriculture history that we had, it only made sense to scale this for our factories. But another point I'd like to add is the R&D environment that we are able to work in. It's very collaborative, and AWS is very willing to come into our lab space and work on future innovations tailored to our use cases. It's really important for our operators to feel supported. So this enables a better level of support than ever before, as well as automating some of those repetitive tasks or things that might disrupt their day. And we want to eliminate as much of that as possible so they have a very streamlined day, which can be a lot more fulfilling.
In 2020, we had a key realignment of our organization, which we call Smart Industrial. We went from product-focused organizational structure to organizing our company into the business processes our customers undertake. The reason for that is to make sure that we stay focused on the entire business process of our stakeholders, opposed to maybe sub-optimizing them for specific projects or processes. We like to carry that concept forward into our internal operations, into what we call the manufacturing production system. And in that, we're really focused on our manufacturing processes from order intake to order delivery, opposed to maybe siloing our focus on smaller subsets of the manufacturing process. And by doing this, we really result in better organizational performance and fulfilling our customers' needs in a more streamlined way.
The IT-OT convergence that we are undergoing right now, and the number of devices connected and how much data is starting to stream, it's critically important that we leverage the cutting-edge technologies available to help our manufacturer. So we need to use the cloud as well as those edge devices to really bring everything together.
In this situation, the end user is our production employees, and the value to those individuals is responsiveness. They are positioned to get the expert advice that they need when they need it, and allowing them to build the equipment for our customers timely, so that our customers can continue to fulfill their obligations with those pieces of equipment.
To add on to what Kyle was saying, the external customer is really the beneficiary here. It is critical to their livelihood and their business to have on-time machines and a high quality product. And so all the things that we're doing to improve our manufacturing, and as we scale this across the globe, only enables that to become more important.
Wow, what a great walkthrough from John Deere on how they are able to collect and analyze data straight off of their factory floor with AWS IoT services. Thank you all for joining us for the IoT session.